Welcome to the most wonderful real estate podcast ever, the show that gives you the lowdown on how to become a successful real estate entrepreneur. With more than 30 years of experience, America's top female real estate investor Dwan is an expert in financial freedom and turning dreams into realities. Now's your chance to become a Dwandonaire with the help of Dwan. Here's to a flaming hot foreclosure market with the help of Dwan. Cheers.
Hi everyone. Welcome to the most wonderful real estate podcast ever. I'm your host, Dwan Bent Twyford, and I am America's most sought after real estate investor. I'm so excited that you're here for another session. I tell you what, we have so much exciting stuff to talk about right now. Oh my gosh, there's just so much exciting stuff to talk about. So by show of hands, how many of you are still making less than you feel like you're worth? Like you work all week, you get that paycheck, and you're just like, I'm worth so much more than this. Well, you know what? If that is you, then you are at the right place. This is the most wonderful real estate podcast ever. And our motto here is people before profits. So if you are unhappy with the amount of money that you make, change it. Okay? I was a broke, single mom who was fired from Denny's on third shift. So if I can do it, I promise you that you can do it too. Now, our motto here at Dwanderful is people before profits. So if that resonates with you, you're definitely at the right place. And for those of you that are my loyal listeners, you know we start up every week with Drinks with Dwan. So cheers. Oh, I have my I love you glass today because I love y'all. And of course, I'm having my tea. So good. So take a drink, take a deep breath. Oh, do a good stretch. Shake off whatever you got going on right now that's in your head. Clear that mind of yours because we're going to be talking about real estate investing. Now, you know, I've been starting off my shows by reading testimonials. Oh, well, not testimonials, 5-star reviews. So, this was my newest update. The most wonderful real estate podcast ever has a 5.0 global average rating. Global. We're in 35 countries. I can't even believe it. And I have over 900 5-star reviews that y'all wrote something. So, because there's so many, I'm going to start reading 2. So, just bear with me for a minute. This week, I'm reading Best Show. 5 stars. Best Show. Her podcast covers one topic per show and does a great job landing the topic in detail, which is sufficient for most people to gain a solid understanding. Best Investing Apple Podcast. Woohoo! Thank you, Mary Evans 896 from the United States. I appreciate that. The next one is Mind Blowing from Joe Yanes. If I ever say my name wrong, I completely apologize. My name is Dwan. So you can only imagine through school. I was Dwan, Dwayne, Dwen, Dawan. It's just like, I used to hate the fact that my parents were like, why would you name someone Dwan? But now as an adult, I like it because I can call anybody and say, hey, it's Dwan. And they don't go, Dwan who? There's only one of me. It makes me 1 in a million. 1 in 7 billion. How about that? This one says 5 stars. Mind-blowing. I get incredible value and help from every episode. If you're in the real estate business, you must add this podcast to your list. Every episode brings so much value and so much realness. Joe Yanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So just print these offline. I'm seriously honored. Now today, we're going to dive into something. So we all know that millions and millions and millions of homeowners did not make their payments when the modification stopped. So we're into September now, and there are millions of people that did not make mortgage payments. So the bank is doing, I've told you about this before, where they do what's called like a blind modification. In a blind modification, they just send a whole bunch of modifications in the mail. In fact, we got them, which was super funny because we made all of our payments. They just a whole bunch of them in the mail, and it says, fill this form out and make your next payment, and you're good. But you have to have a job and have some money, and you can't just be living off of unemployment. So I think a lot of people that did fall behind on their payments and people that weren't able to make them but got that modification in the mail probably thought like, oh my God, this is like a blessing. I'm going to take it. I wasn't able to make my payment, so woohoo, I'm out of trouble. But there's millions. There's somewhere of like about 13 million people right now that are in some stage of foreclosure. And when I say some stage, that doesn't mean all of them have a foreclosure sale date pending. A stage, some stage is, I can't make any more payments. I made the last payment I can. I used up all my savings and all my retirement. I missed 3 payments. Oh, I did a loan modification and I got kicked out. Okay, now I'm trying a forbearance agreement, hoping I can make that. So when I say some stage of foreclosure, what I'm saying is that there's millions of people that are on the path. They are directly and clearly on the path. Now, you miss one payment, that doesn't make you be in foreclosure. You miss all the payments since March of last year till now, and then the bank's asking for all their money. Yeah, that pretty much puts you in foreclosure. Boy, I just love that tea. Ooh. The average bank, this is just average. I mean, it's different with smaller banks. It's, numbers vary. But the average bank lets a homeowner miss 6, 7, 8, 9. Like mostly by the time I meet a person, they've already missed 12 payments. So they missed a couple payments. The bank sent them or called them and tried to do a loan modification. They tried to make their 3 payments in their trial modification, and they fell out. And the bank's like, okay, well, now you're back in the process. And usually by the time I meet them, they're somewhere around 12 months. And it's so funny because when I teach live, I always ask people, like, how many months do you think a homeowner misses before the bank actually files the actual foreclosure notice? People are like, 2 payments. It's like, no. So today I want to talk to you about a risk assessment fee. Now, partnering with homeowners is going to be very strong. So when we partner with homeowners, we use our partnership agreements. If you would go to dwanderful.com and opt in, I have a homeowners agreement. It's free. So if you don't opt in to get free stuff, maybe this is not the right spot for you. So it's free. So dwanderful.com and just go through my Mighty Network. You have to get into the Mighty Network. The Mighty Network's on Team Dwanderful. And I've got 40 free documents for you, including this one. So the gist of it is this. I meet a homeowner. Well, we just met a homeowner last week, actually, that owes I think they owe $175 and their house is worth $300. So they're like, well, why wouldn't I just sell it? Well, they tried. It needs too much work, blah, blah, blah. It just didn't happen. So they actually have a sale date set for 48 hours from the day that I'm recording this call here. And so we were like, hey, listen, we can do a partnership agreement. And so I showed them the partnership agreement that we use. I said, so here's how a partnership agreement works. We will make up the back payments and we will stop your foreclosure. And then we'll do whatever needs to be done so we can sell the house for the $300,000 that it's worth. Now, the way we split the money, so we're going to partner with a homeowner. The way we split the money is we're going to make an RAF, which is a risk assessment fee. And the reason we're going to do that, Mrs. Homeowner, is because we are stepping in, we are making up the back payments, we are taking all the risks, and you're still going to get half of the equity. So a risk assessment fee is 10% of whatever the house sells for. So in this case, let's just say this deal works exactly like it is. This one deal, 175 was worth 300. So they have $125,000 worth of equity. So let's just say it actually sells for 300. Our risk assessment fee is 10% of the sales price. So we're going to make $30,000 for taking the risk. Okay, so let me just get a calculator out here real quick. So we have $125,000 in equity minus our $30,000 risk assessment fee, and that leaves $95,000. Let's just say it's $15,000 to make up the back payments. $15,000. And let's just say it needs 10 grand in work. And that leaves $79,000. So we would divide that by 2. Divided by 2 equals. So what that equals is $39,750. So the homeowner would make $39,750. I will also make $39,750 plus my $30,000 risk assessment fee. So I will make $69,750. So $69,750 to us, $39,000 to the homeowner. Now, I hope I did all that right because I just did this off the cuff. So 125 minus the 30,000 minus, what did I say? 15 in back payments. I said, did I say 15 in that? Yeah, close enough. Close enough. Anyway, you got the gist. So, see, I plan these, but I don't like fixed numbers. But this is an actual real deal that we just talked to this person like in the last 2 days. So, in a case like this person has $125,000 in equity, but their house needs work. The sale date is set for very, very soon. They don't have time to refinance it. They don't have time to list it. But what you will find is you will find homeowners that will say these exact words. Well, I would rather lose it at a foreclosure sale than let somebody make $125,000 on me. So what happens is the average real estate investor will go out, knock, 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 send a letter, email, text, whatever, talk to this homeowner and say, hey, I'll give you $10,000, I'll give you $20,000 for your house. Walk away. But people are attached to their houses, and when you offer them a small amount of money like that, when they really actually have something of value, many people truly would rather lose it than give it to you. So in every case like that, we're like, hey, listen, what if we partner? We'll become 50-50 partners. I'm going to make a risk assessment fee. I'm going to stop the foreclosure sale, make up the payments, whatever I have to do. I'll give you a little bit of money to get moved with because you're going to have to move. And then we'll work together as a partner. We'll sell the house for retail and we'll split it. Nobody ever says, well, we won't do that. They're like, really? Seriously? You make up my payments, you'll help me get moved, and we'll split it? Now, I have them sign a lot of documents, which we'll talk about that next week. But the main thing is a risk assessment fee. I say, now listen, my fee for helping you out of your situation is 10% of whatever we sell it for. That is non-negotiable because I have 30 years of experience. We've helped thousands of homeowners. And you're like, well, Joanne, what if it's my first deal? Then you say, my partners and I, Moa would be your partner. My partners and I have done thousands of deals, helped thousands of people, and we've done this and this and this and this. So we do get paid a fee because we are putting up all of the risk. At this point, the fact that you're so many payments behind means that you spent the money instead of keeping it and making your mortgage payments. And they go, okay. So we use the homeowners agreement. Again, it's free at dwanderful.com. So if you opt in over there, if you join our, download the app Mighty Network and join Team Dwanderful, and you can ask all kinds of great questions about it. So risk assessment fee. Partnering with homeowners is a good thing as long as you have a lot of documents that are signed. And I'm going to talk about that in the next few weeks so that when you start coming across all these homeowners, you are prepared. Okay? So I love equity partnering. My very first deal I did was an equity partner deal, but I was so new and I didn't know what I was doing. We just like shook hands and hugged it out and we did a deal. And looking back, it's like, oh my Lord, what on God's earth was I thinking? Partnering a deal with a homeowner, and neither of us knew anything. We just shook hands and gave it a hug and went into business that deal together. And by the grace of God, it worked out good for both of us. I treated her fair, she was fair to me, and it was a good thing. All right, so the life equity for this week, I'm going to make it physical. And what I want everyone to do, because I have been a little bit of a lazy bum myself the last few weeks. In fact, like the last 3 weeks, I have not even worked out. And I always work out. So I worked out a little bit yesterday, and I'm telling you what, I'm so sore today. I'm going to give you something really easy. So if you're watching, just raise your hands out to the side, out and to the side, and do some arm twirls. Y'all want to get rid of those bat wings? Do some arm twirls. Just do 100. So just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just do 100. Super, super simple. And they will get rid of bat wings, which as you can see, I have and am actively working on those. All right, guys, don't forget your 4 free gifts. If you want to have your review read, you got to write one. So leave us some 5-star reviews. They're super fun. I have read some really super funny ones. I'm going to read in the next couple of weeks. Made me laugh so hard. All right, guys, remember, the truth is in the red letters. And we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Ciao.
Thank you for dropping by to the most wonderful real estate podcast ever, making real estate investment wonderful each and every time. And for more information on how to make your real estate dreams a reality, keep an eye on dwanderful.com and be sure to become a member.